Hello, I'm Captain Paul Weatherald, President of our association, and I would like to take a few minutes to talk to all of our pilots, whether they are members or not. You may not be aware that Cathay Pacific Management limits our access to non-members and to new joiners. Many pilots outside the union know little of our association and have probably never been asked to join. This lack of contact is why this presentation is not within the walls of our own website, but is in a public area. As I take over the presidency, I would like to let you know how I propose to begin my term leading our union. My proposal to you is a simple one. It is that we start at the beginning. It is that we start with membership. Pay and career matter a great deal, and I fully intend to make progress on these issues. However, to make the progress you deserve, it needs to be obvious to management that these things actually do matter to us. Membership levels at 55% send a message that perhaps they don't. Membership levels at 55% send a message to management that our pilots are happy to put up with pay rises below inflation. Membership levels at 55% send a message to management that we are happy to put up with direct entry captains, that we are happy to put up with the current mess in retirement age, that our pilots are happy to put up with the current mess in freighter crewing. Until we send a convincing message on membership, management will be tempted to ignore, evade, and prevaricate. Until we have significantly higher membership, we will always walk away from the table with less than we should. To be sure, we do make progress, but it is limited by non-membership. Non-members limit our achievements. What is more, non-members actually benefit from what we do achieve, and their absent subscriptions mean your subscriptions must be higher. But it is the drag of non-membership on our efforts that really matters. Non-members harm their own contract and they harm your contract, and we need to make sure that non-members understand this. There are a couple of key misperceptions we need to work on, sometimes offered as excuses for not joining. Firstly is the perception that it is difficult to achieve a united association with so many different contracts. I've never seen this as anything more than a weak excuse, perhaps something that management play on with some success. Really, it is a distortion of reality. Yes, we have a few contracts over the bases, but the similarities far outweigh the differences. True, a few pilots remain on A scale, but following significant cuts to the A scale, the differences in salary that remain will quickly disappear as we secure proper pay rises for B scale. All other areas of our contract, the way we work and the benefits we receive, are pretty much identical. The vast majority of us will one way or another end up as Cathay captains on the same pay scale with identical conditions of service and rostering. Yes, there are some differences, but these are swamped by the things we share. At the end of the day, we are all pilots working for Cathay Pacific, wearing the same uniform. Surely this is enough to unite us. Another important area of misconception is to do with the amount of power we have as an association and the successes we have notched up. Again, where our achievements are concerned, there is much misspoken. Of course, there is no such thing as a perfect deal. We can always hope for more pay and less work than a deal offers. Every settlement comes with some mixed feelings. There will always be some compromise. Even with this in mind, I observe that while British Airways pilots struggle with open skies, we have put our own version, ASL, behind us. I observe that the indexed housing agreement in Hong Kong has allowed officers to remain in a similar standard of housing despite an inflating market. And I observe that some of our pilots will see a better than 10% pay rise this year. Of course, we should be making more progress than this. A solid increase in membership will surely help. And, despite what some think, we do have enough power to achieve our reasonable aims. We may not have precisely the same protections that other pilots enjoy in other countries, but every country constrains the actions of unions in some way, and pilots' associations everywhere have to deal with these challenges, whether it is the power of a judge presiding over a Chapter 11 airline or difficulties of complex European law. We are no different, and your association works in a certain employment environment, the scope of which will extend as some of us come under on-shore contracts. I can assure you that we have more than enough legal protection and power to influence the company, if we want to. The trouble is that at 55% it is not at all clear to management that we do want to. Something we will be working on is communications, and the General Committee, led by our General Secretary John Finlay, will be taking measures to improve the flow of information to members and non-members and to increase the Association's presence in and around Cathay City. With immediate effect, the Members' Lounge across the bridge from Cathay City will be manned during office hours. Please drop in and find out what is going on and how your union is representing you. Better still, if you are attending a fleet forum, please call the office and arrange for your forum group to meet John and General Committee members, perhaps for lunch or in the afternoon after you've spoken to the fleet office. With issues fresh in your mind, a different perspective may be helpful. If you are a trainer delivering an induction course like FLF or FLN, please do the same. Bring your class over the bridge and introduce them to our union. Remember, the company, quite deliberately, makes it difficult for new joiners to find out about the association. What can you do then? If you are a current member, please wear your tie-pin. Please invite new joiners to become members of our association, and please remind non-members that they harm our careers. If you're listening to this and you're not a member, please join. If you've joined the company within the last 4 years and have not yet been promoted, your subscription will be no more than 300 Hong Kong dollars per month, 275 if you're still a second officer. Please let us know that you are interested in joining by registering at hkaoa.org. To do this, click on Join and complete the short registration form. This is not rocket science. We are lucky to have an association protecting our contract, but I cannot do this effectively without your proper support. It is well within our capability to restore membership levels to where they should be. I believe we can do this quickly, and once we have, we can move on to the real and urgent job of protecting our careers properly.